That's the nastiness, is you got soggy bread and you're cramming it in there. It has no flavor.
No. Welcome in, everyone, to Morning Edition. I am Queen City News Now anchor Annie Satowski. We got Jason Harper, Ted Payton, Julian decided to head out for the 4th of July holiday weekend. So we've got producer Austin McCollum joining us.
Oh, what's up? I like it, man.
Happy to have you, Austin. So we've given you all the things that we're talking about, and we're happy for you to join us. And you have a lot to say about this. So just this week with the conversation about height. And today we had a story out of Grand Rapids, Michigan, where they are hosting the Tall People Convention.
This is for real.
This is. Wow. And there are height requirements to join, obviously. Yeah. I think maybe the tallest member got interviewed by probably the station's smallest reporter. But here's what he had to say about some of the challenges of being tall.
Clothing, we compare notes on that. Said cars, going to the theater, chairs. What are the ergonomics of chairs and stuff, in flights and traveling, it's, planes are terrible, depending on, but we compare notes on all these things and try to make the most of it.
That's a very tall man.
Yeah. He's a tall drink of water.
So we decided that Jason, I think for women, you had to be 5'10", men to 6'2".
6'2" is the minimum.
So Jason, I think you're the only one in this room that could be a part of the club.
Yeah.
Well, and it depends. Some days I'm 6'3", some I'm 6'4". It depends on this part of my hair. The floof.
Yeah.
As my girls call it, the floof. So the floof can add an extra 2 to 3 inches.
So is today the 6'3" day?
It's 6'3.5".
6'3.5".
Yeah, 6'3.5". Yeah, it's going up there today. Now, what's interesting, what he said is, I wonder if they compare notes on the flip side of the coin with those that are vertically challenged.
Yes, like me.
Right.
Yes.
So, whether it's driving, you got issues, comfortability, how far can your seat go back? You're thinking about how close can you get. Right, airplanes for taller people, like he mentioned, are
nightmare.
Are nightmare. So yeah, I mean there are frustrations. You are the go-to person when it comes to going to the grocery store.
Yes,
that's true.
I need you to get me that jar of olive oil on the very top shelf. I got you.
The amount of things my wife asked me to, because she's like, "Can you reach that?"
Oh yeah,
I can't get that. It's just in the top pantry. It's not even that high.
And I will admit, this is a guy thing. You get a little pride. I'm like,
oh yeah.
I just did my wife a favor. I was the hero, and all I did was stand up and use my arms to get at something.
But it's so helpful.
I guess that's
what I'm hearing is if your wife's mad at you, Harp, you're putting all the jars on the top shelf.
Wow.
I need to plan ahead.
Yeah,
because I'm going to be in the doghouse at some point, so I just need to start moving everything to the top shelf.
Yeah, and then
that'll go well. Yeah.
So this all. We want to talk about this because Tinder just launched a height filter, if you will. This has been available on other dating apps, but behind a paywall. So I'm reading, I haven't been on a dating app like ever. And we're all married in this room. But guys, is it like...
Explain it. What do you mean by the height filter?
So you can set your parameters, right, Austin?
You have okay, so I met my wife on Tinder.
Okay, there you go.
Yes. So you have preferences. Okay. So you can set, if you like a certain... race, or maybe there is a distance. Distance is probably the biggest one.
Right.
And there are things you can look for, but this is definitely a new one. As a man who is 5'9" 3/4, I feel very strongly about this. Yes, as I always say. There's I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this, because what if you were to add a weight filter, which I think is the go-to argument for a lot of people.
That's the next door that would be open. Yeah.
My question to this is: these are filters and preferences that's only visible to you, correct?
Yes.
It's not public. And I was doing a little research on it, and I guess the highest complaint to Tinder is height catfishing. Too many height catfishing, where you might match with somebody, you hit it off in the chats, and then you go to meet them, and they're a lot shorter than
what you were expecting.
They were advertised for.
So how do you know you're not getting catfish when it comes to height?
I think that you don't.
Or any of the other parameters.
Yeah, I think it's a gamble, right? But that's the whole point of dating. I think that from a man's perspective, y'all are saying that women are too picky when it comes to height. As a smaller person, I guess I'm average. I'm 5'4". It's not hard for a guy to be taller than me, so I didn't even really have to think about it, or anyone that you're looking for. to be taller than you. But it's very specific. I think.
I wonder, Annie, if you let's say you were 5'10".
Okay.
If you had body issues through high school and college, being the tallest, and every man you went on a date with, was shorter than you. If that made you feel uncomfortable, maybe you would set a parameter of I'm only looking for men, or a potential partner who's at least my height or taller. Like I can understand. Maybe
I can understand
if
for
that's an issue for you.
To that point, back to the Tall People Convention and the Tall People Club, I looked it up, and the founder was Sumner. I'm probably gonna butcher her last name. Felt, and she's 6'2", and she started the club because she was looking for other tall people. Now, it doesn't specifically say for dating, but I imagine that could be the challenge, right?
Well, I'm sure.
So no coincidence that for women 5'10", for men 6'2", also average height for men in the United States 5'9". So
there you go.
We're in there. We're in there.
Yeah, let's find average. You are average, buddy. Yeah, you're average.
But yeah, I mean, it could. I think just to Austin's point of it adding like a weight thing, I think that's hard.
Yes.
Right. Like that's something that people are hard. Like, no, you can't do that. But height's okay. So I don't know. Just like meet people.
It's a sensitive topic.
It is a sensitive topic.
Yeah.
I think you can kind of filter out, maybe body type. I have no idea. But I mean, if it comes to eating healthy or your lifestyle, then whatever. I guess my point is just go meet people.
Yeah,
I agree.
And then if you don't want to go on a second date because they're not what you thought, then you don't have to go on a second date. That's it.
I can see this being more, and again, I'm trying to put myself in a. I was going to say in your shoes. They better be large shoes, Annie. I'm putting myself in size 13 heels right now because I would think most men, whether you're 5'5" or 6'5", most men aren't as picky when it comes to a female's height.
No,
I don't think so.
They're not.
Yeah.
And so, but for women, because it's less common to see a woman that's 6 foot or taller.
Yeah.
And I've had some friends and former coworkers that were that tall and only wanted to date people that were their height or taller because they felt awkward going out or felt like the man had the Napoleon syndrome or whatever the things are that are out there and just didn't want to even deal with that. So let's just set that parameter right off the gate. And
I would say what's the word I'm looking for here? Not expectations, but people's viewpoints of this are changing. Mm-hmm. I think you see a lot of that online. When I was in college, I went on a date with a girl who's 6'5".
Wow.
Much taller than me.
Wow.
My wife's going to kill me for this one. But, some people are like, baby, give me the ladder. I'm climbing. Yeah. I'm a koala. I don't care. You know what I mean?
Half ladder will climb for love.
I think as you see the rise of like short kings and that phrase, that's happy. Julian should be happy too. No.
He's out here
sorry, buddy.
to join.
No, he can't defend himself. We'll zoom him in. But as you see the rise of that, I think you've seen a rise of people who are very accepting of a lot of like the big differentials in body types, namely height.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You see a lot of stuff online on TikTok and Instagram of guys like, saying those same comments about very tall women or other tall men. Who knows?
There you go.
Yeah.
Kiss enough frogs to find your prince.
There you go. You got to try.
You got to try. Mm-hmm. All right. We'll leave it at that. Speaking of preferences, all of us have food preferences, right? But there's one thing that we have decided that it's kind of like this is the way that it is. So we're going to be talking about our 4th of July foods when we come back.
4th of July week, we've been talking about it all week long. And as you know, if you watch any Morning Edition episodes, we talk about food constantly.
You do.
It's really all we think about.
You come to me every single week, twice a week, and you're like, well, here's our food topic for today. Here's our food topic for Thursday.
We are hungry.
Yes.
Austin, by the way, sitting in for Julian. He is our special guest, but also the producer of all of our digital content. So you get to see what we talk about every single week. And like you said, food has been the top thing. And we know that on the 4th of July, there's always the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Championship. It may disgust you, but about 7 or 8 years ago, I had the chance on this show, on our morning show, when it was still called Good Day Charlotte, we had Eric Badlands Booker. Woo. So I want to show you guys a little bit of video and just know it may gross you out. Mm-hmm. Take a look, and then we'll talk about it here in just a second.
I'm watching.
Oh, he's sitting. Wow, Jason is actually going to the yeah. All right, so, oh, wow, Eric, oh my God.
Wow.
Got in 3 months. It's going to kill you guys.
Oh, man. I don't know. By the way, just some stats on Badlands. He's 6'5", 400 pounds. He's got 7 Major League Eating World Records, 3 Guinness World Records. I mean, this guy's next level, right? And I think he did about 15 to 20 just in that short little window.
Okay.
I don't even think I finished 9.
9?
And I also had a trash can behind me, which you guys, if you keep watching the video.
Oh, don't go.
Well,
That just went off the rails.
Multiply the pace, right?
we started running out of time. I'm like, I still got a whole plate full of hot dogs in front of me. Let's just grab them all and just shove them in your mouth. And,
Yeah.
I love your co-host off to the side here on the left.
Paige.
Nick and Paige are just like,
They're like, oh, nope, we're not participating in that. That would
no.
that would be me.
You can have that.
There are some lines that have to be drawn when it comes to, participating. And this was one that our former traffic guy, Chuck Rhodes, he had done in the past before. So we were like, sign us up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I don't know. So we just started talking about hot dogs and hot dog eating contests and how many, like Joey Chestnut, he's, I think, the world champion. What were we talking today, guys? 70
He did
something?
70 at one point, not most recently. I think our producer Robbie said it was like 42 that he did. He was like absent last year because of some partnership agreement.
I forgot
He
about
didn't do Nathan's. I think he had a deal with the other one.
The record, I think, is
International.
76 hot dogs in 10
76
minutes.
I think it's
hot dogs.
66.
Oh,
No,
God.
that's because that's Kobayashi.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Other, yeah.
And I don't know if that record is like official from like the Nathan's competition,
Okay.
the 76 and 10
but he's
minutes.
done that
But
before.
Oh,
I do remember there was a recorded amount of 73, but
No, it is 76. It
76?
was Joey in 2021.
2021. Woo.
Yep.
Jason,
Yeah.
what was the experience like of eating hot dogs at a rapid pace?
But also with like nothing on it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
you have it the way that you want
now
it.
this is true, which we got to talk about here in a second because I definitely got my personal preferences, but it was disgusting, right?
Yeah.
And I have an overactive, a very sensitive gag reflex. And so the little what's the little dangly thing that hangs
God.
down in the back? Come on, that's a good question.
That-
What's that thing called? The dangly?
Like I think it's like a ganglia or something
Yes.
like that.
What?
I don't think that's it.
I'll go with that.
I can't
it's
remember
the,
what I did
it's the,
yesterday.
Uvula?
Right?
Uvula. That's it.
Yes.
That's
it.
what is it, Annie?
Ganglia.
I mean, it's not cat. It dangles. It's in the back. Whatever. Anyway, that thing. So
whatever Austin said.
a uvula. So I tried to jam like 6 or 7 at one time in there,
Mm-hmm.
and that was not good.
Let's pull up.
Let me just say, it was really.
So,
Yeah. No.
did you do the
The
bun in the water?
Yeah, I did. Because I see, and that's the
But barely.
nastiness. Is you got soggy bread, and you're cramming it in there. It has no flavor.
Nope.
You're just trying to get as much down and quickly as you can. I don't know the science behind it, Ted. I'm not sure how they can digest. What do we hear that Joey Chestnut gains like 40 something pounds or 20?
No,
20 pounds.
it was like 20
pounds.
20 pounds
Yeah.
in that 10 minutes, and then you return back to normal. He does it within like 5 days, I think, is what they said. 22,000 calories in one sitting.
If you had to do, I'm going to you first, Austin.
Yeah.
If you had to do an eating competition,
Ooh.
what is the one and only thing that you would choose? It could be anything. Pizza, sushi,
Yeah, that's
popcorn. That would be.
Oh.
Sushi. Ooh,
Really?
what? Yeah, sushi. Because I've done. Have you ever been to the all you can eat
Oh, yeah.
sushi buffets or the conveyor
Yeah.
belt ones?
Good idea.
Oh, my plates.
You can put it away.
They will get high.
See, I can't have a lot of rice because it just
Yeah, it fills you up.
It's like, yeah.
But you're eating
Rice
buns.
is
I mean,
Okay, you will
that's
go.
part of the game here. If
All right.
it was just a glizzy contest and you're just eating the hot dog,
Yeah.
that's too easy.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Mhm.
Needs
Be
to
like
carve.
conveyor belt in there.
Annie, what's your go-to?
I think I would pick like some wings. Can I do boneless wings?
Oh, nugs.
Nugs.
Nuggets.
Some nuggies.
Yeah, adult nugs.
Some adult nugs.
All right.
I could put that away. I think
Spread
that'd be easy, but also just it goes so fast.
Teddy P?
I could put away an embarrassing amount of tacos.
That's what I was going to say.
There we go.
Oh, man. I could
And,
totally.
and if they're soft shelled, oh, forget about it. You're in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just give me
Pop them in there.
the 35-cent plain Taco Bell taco.
Ooh, forget
I mean, it only has like
They're
a
not
strip of
35
meat on
cents
it anyway. They're not 35 cents.
No.
Let's do some pot stickers.
it.
Or like gyoza or pot stickers. I can have a bunch of those. Just
We should do. We're going to have to all bring in our favorite one day
We'll
and
test
just
it
do a
out.
challenge.
We'll send you out with Kevin, the photographer, and we'll go live on location for Morning Edition.
Oh my
sometime.
gosh, I think that's great.
Weird, obscure
don't say that
food.
you don't mean it.
Deviled eggs.
No.
Pop.
I
I
pop
pop
those
I
too.
pop
See, this
like,
is good.
Are you very particular about your deviled eggs?
No.
Really? You don't care because you ever had some bad ones? No,
I have.
no
I have.
seasoning.
Yeah.
I have. Or way too mustardy or lots of relish on them or certain things. We're very particular, as you can say, when we talk about foods. And so even when we started talking about these food eating competitions, we started talking about it the hot dog, right?
Yeah.
And Ted, I think you even said at one point, you're like, if it's not this way, which is what way? What's your way to have a hot dog? I feel like that's one of the
sauerkraut. That's the only way to have a hot dog. Everyone else does it wrong. I don't know where you guys were raised or what, but sauerkraut and mustard on your hot dog is the American way.
I don't think so. Sauerkraut isn't even American. What are you talking about?
Did you have parents growing up, Ted? I'm just curious. Did you grow up on your own?
And they loved me a lot.
You don't like Carolina dogs? God.
No, that's not. But you said if people come over, like that's the way that they have to have it. So we clearly don't agree with you. So are we not invited over? Have hot dogs?
Let's go around the room. What's yours?
Just ketchup only.
Really?
I know I'm super boring.
Yeah, you hate mustard. Yeah,
I hate mustard. We talked about this. I don't like relish because pickles, again, on my top 3, don't eat.
Yeah.
So yeah, just ketchup. I wouldn't be mad at like a chili dog. That's fine. But I think that goes in its own little category.
Yeah.
It's a chili dog. Yeah. So ketchup only for me, please. Thank you.
I'm struggling. I'm either going with chili dog with a little cheese or I'm going ketchup mustard.
Okay.
I know a lot of people are not sure about the ketchup on a hot dog, but yeah, I'm going ketchup mustard. Just that's it.
See, I got to say, because I grew up next to this really small golf course in Monroe. So it was always 2 hot dogs. You go play 9, you go play 18. You have in the red. The red is sin. That means they're better. The hot dogs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like the gas station dogs.
What, like the red hot dogs?
Yes.
The ones that...
That's not even real.
Exactly. That's the point.
That's like mystery meat.
2 of those and you're having
fair. It's a hot dog.
It's all mystery meat.
But those chili ketchup coleslaw. Every time.
Chili ketchup coleslaw. Coleslaw?
Oh, yeah.
That's Jason's do not eat list.
What? So I'm getting to the bottom of this.
Thinking about it.
It turns out there are regional styles to hot dogs.
Yes.
And little disclaimer, side note, my wife, she gets her hot dogs with ketchup and relish. So
good woman.
Okay. She's a keeper.
Eat it the way you like. I'll allow her to do what she wants. But Chicago dog, we have the all beef, the poppy seed bun, yellow mustard, relish, onions, tomatoes.
Wow.
They have the pickle, sport peppers, celery salt, all that. Now, the New York hot dog might be where I get it from, steamed with sauerkraut and brown spicy mustard. That's how I like it. That's probably because it's the New York way, not the American way. So I will.
There we go.
I'll edit myself on that. Okay, folks.
I would say the New York way is
it's pretty
American
close.
way.
Yeah.
Now I will say, if any of you, because I lived there for a while, any of you ever had a Seattle dog?
Mm.
It got seafood on it.
Cream cheese.
Yeah.
It is. I'm telling you, you have one. It will change your life.
That's one of my favorite food groups.
Cream cheese.
Are you serious on a hot dog?
Yes. It's incredible.
I've got some
and grilled onions, right?
I would try that. Try that.
It's like cream cheese and grilled onions.
Yeah, typically, but the main thing is it has just a slather of cream cheese.
No, that's life changing. I'm totally doing it this weekend.
There's one last one, a Sonoran dog or Arizona way. Bacon wrapped, pinto beans, onions, tomato, mayo, mustard, jalapeno salsa.
Good gosh. With Tums on the side?
That's a disaster.
God,
I would try it.
I got nothing.
Yep.
Okay. Well, now I'm hungry, and my mind, when it came to cream cheese Seattle dog, I'll be trying that. We're going to talk a little bit more about the 4th, like fireworks. Yeah, stay with us. We'll be right back. I guess not. Sorry.
Tums, we're talking about a different boom boom. It's fireworks. 4th of July, a lot of folks will be firing off the fireworks, not just for the 4th. Probably have already been doing it all week long. Jason, I know you said you've heard them.
Oh, man.
They'll probably go through the weekend. But we wanted to talk about firework etiquette.
Yes.
Because it's, for some reasons, I think it's a class that needs to be had every year. We should do a class every year on June 30th on fireworks.
100% agree. All the way through like the 6th or 7th.
What do you guys, I guess, what is your stance on firework etiquette? When's the cutoff? How far from your home, location-wise? Because there's a lot of things to consider, not to mention kids, pets.
Yes.
Yeah.
All the above.
Well, you all 3 have dogs.
Yeah.
So you guys, it's a different level.
It sure is. So my dogs don't mind fireworks. Like they'll be upset about literally anything else, but fireworks don't bother them. So that's not really a concern for me. Now I have a 10-month-old. So, like, if she's asleep, she can sleep through a lot of things. Knock on wood. We're going to see how the 4th of July goes. But
have you trained her? Maybe you should have trained her this week and shot one off at like 10 at night every night just to see what happens.
To get up here, I don't think so. We did. I heard one pop last night, and I like turned to my husband and I said, "They're setting off fireworks already." That was the extent of it. 2 years ago, our neighbors who no longer live there, so I can say this. They came over when we were outside, and they're like, "Oh, we have all of our family come over. We're going to set off some fireworks." I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, no problem." I'm from the desert. Fireworks are a no-no because everything catches on fire. So now I'm in the South, and I'm like, "Oh, you mean like actual fireworks?" We went to a real show. Other neighbors were texting us, "Are the dogs okay? Like, are they freaking out?" And we're like, "Why?" We look at our Ring doorbell camera. They're like, our houses are not super far apart. Like, the lots are okay sizes, but we're pretty close together. They are setting off massive fireworks, like in the street. Oof. And I'm like, oh my gosh, is our house going to catch on fire? Because again, what comes up must come down. Yeah. And then it stopped, and then it kept going. And it looked like someone was firing a machine gun from their front porch, like towards our house. So that was at like 11:30 at night. And I'm like, no. So my opinion is like, don't do it in your backyard when houses are so close together. Think about dogs. Think about veterans. We have someone who has served in our military in our neighborhood, just a couple houses down, puts a flag out and everything. I don't know what his experience is. Not all veterans have that reaction to fireworks, but some of them do. And so we don't know Leonard's experience. So I don't know, just something to think about. But 10 p.m. is my cutoff. Have your fun. I'm not a Debbie Downer, but just like, stop at 10.
Wrap it up at 9:59.
Yeah.
There we go.
I will say, since the 4th of July is on a Friday, I'll allow 11 p.m.
Yep.
I'll allow maybe midnight, but it's just...
That's not what you said earlier.
Well, I know. I was very... my memory from last year, I don't believe the 4th of July was on a Friday.
And it was like a Thursday.
They were firing off these fireworks until about 1:30, until right before I woke up for work.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And it was just one of the things where, at one point my wife was like, "Don't go out there," because she knew I was about to get out of my bed.
Oh, Ted.
12:30 in the morning, and like, what are you doing? And
that's the Ted no one wants to see.
Where would you go? Well, so we live in an apartment complex. There's a park right across the street from our building. They were in the park,
so away from homes.
Got it.
They were away from homes, but you're still in a very dense residential area, right? There's people who live right there, and families as well. So. Yes, she talked me off the ledge. Took a deep breath.
Thank you, Jess.
Thank you.
Down some fresh earplugs and rocked with that. Luckily, our dog Bruno, he's not terribly afraid of fireworks, so we're thankful for that. Last year, our baby girl, she was just a few months old, so she was still kind of like not fully responsive to the senses of the world that's happening. This year, she's a lot more alert to things.
I was going to say, no, she's a lot alert.
Yeah, we'll have to see exactly how she reacts, because she is not a heavy sleeper. She's a very light sleeper. And what I did say on air, and I will say again, is if you are in the park and you're lighting off those fireworks and you wake up my daughter, congratulations, you'll be in the nursery rocking her back to sleep.
That's right. That's all you got to know.
Spoken like a
you woke it, you rock it back to sleep.
You woke it, you rock it.
That's
that. There it is. There's a bumper sticker right here. Yeah. It's a little different for me because now my kids are older and half of them are gone. But we live in a neighborhood, and I wake up to pretty much anything. I can fall back asleep quickly. I've been hearing it through the night for the last 3 or 4 nights. I'm sure I'm going to keep hearing it through the entire weekend. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice if I like what you said, Annie, about I never thought about if we had veterans living on our street. First of all, I should know my neighbors enough to know if there's a veteran. There's number one. Number two, that would be respectful. But you're right. Most people that go out and are going to do fireworks, if they're the big artillery shell ones, they're in my neighborhood. First of all, you're breaking the law. Yeah. So you're probably not going to be. Austin's like,
what? You ever go down to South Carolina, July 3rd? Oh, it's a party, baby. Nothing cross tree, or you cross that state line.
I could be as redneck as the next person out there. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that as derogatory. There's a lot of people out there. I can do it better. Than up down Charlotte. Yeah, so I don't. If you know what you're doing, we have tons of firefighters that live in our neighborhood. We really do. A lot of retired New York City cops and firefighters. So there's always one. There's one on every street, and there's usually one out there because they know over the years someone's going to be Trying to watch my language. Someone's not going to be thinking about other people.
That's right.
And not have a bucket of water or whatever the things
We can bleep it out. It's okay.
Beep.
We get your point.
Yeah. And so just
message received.
I like what everyone is saying. I get your one night. You're like, you want to have fun. Go do it. But just think about the cars, the pets that are around. Mm-hmm. Don't be doing it till like 11:30, 12. Be respectful of your neighbors. And so there you go. Let's see. It gets dark at what time, Ted?
Yeah.
8:42 p.m.
8:42
p.m.
to like 9:42. That's a lovely hour of bombs bursting in air. Do all the things you want to do. One of my favorite is like this little, it's a little rooster that stays on the ground. Ooh. And it basically has fireworks shooting out its rear.
That would be your favorite firework.
Well, listen,
it's more of a firecracker, right?
You can't shoot the ones off that are aerial. It's got to like stay on the ground and spin and whatever. But it
boring
just
ones.
The boring ones, yes.
Trust me, I know. Yeah. I've had many injuries growing up, holding bottle rockets, holding a Roman candle the wrong way because it shoots out of the opposite end.
Oh yeah,
I'm not doing that again.
You ever do a Roman candle fight?
No.
Oh yeah, you put on.
That
sounds like something dumb that boys do.
No, I grew up in Reedsville, North Carolina. Shout out Reedsville.
Your accent just got a lot thicker.
Oh yeah,
straight there.
But I'm just saying, you put on for your full Carhartt. You are thick. And you just light your Roman candle and you chase your friends around and shoot.
I love that that's the uniform.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like armor.
Yeah.
Carhartt, you can't cut through.
That's
Carhartt.
true.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Shout out Carhartt.
Austin?
Yeah.
I'll battle you.
Let's do it.
Right. I'm joking.
Let's do it. What time does the sun go down?
8:42.
Let me get my wife's approval first. Right. I'll see you right when the sun goes down. 8:42.
Is it gonna be nice though tomorrow?
It's gonna be hot tomorrow during the day. When it comes to the fireworks, we'll talk about that in a second. But low 90s for your Independence Day forecast, even further through the weekend. If you're watching this through the weekend, happy 4th of July. Hopefully you had a good, fun, and safe one. Now let's talk about the fireworks displays because a lot of folks are going to be firing those off. And yes, I know the show's until 11 p.m. That's going to be a little bit of an extension for you guys on the Friday where we'll have those low 80s to upper 70s. And continuing to feel nice and comfortable through the evening. So not a bad fireworks forecast for 4th of July weekend.
Like it.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait. Everyone, the whole reason we do it, we love this country. So we're grateful for all those, for our freedoms. Have a wonderful 4th holiday through the entire weekend.
Shout out America.
America.
USA, number 1.
USA.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.